Hello and welcome to The Best Thing Going. Today we're going to be looking at some wrestlers that could possibly dethrone Roman Reigns from his WWE Undisputed Universal title run. Without further ado, let's get into it. So as we all know, Roman Reigns has been hanging on to that title for what seems like forever. He made that return back in 2020 where he just came along and then smashed everybody along the way. But things really started getting interesting when Roman and Jey had the feud and the bloodline was created. Ever since then, it seems like WWE just want Roman to carry the title forever, and why wouldn't they? The guy looks like he's a star. He's got a beard that looks like it's been chiseled from granite. He's got teeth that look like glaciers. So, I mean, the guy's got the whole package going. He's great in the ring. Why wouldn't you want him to be the man? But all good things have to come to an end. So let's look at some of the potential superstars who may knock him off that top spot. So in 5th place, we've got Seth freaking Rollins. Obviously, Seth and Roman have faced off many times in the past due to their Shield history. Rollins' work lately has got him the US Championship, which he's making look like a main title these days. I mean, Seth Rollins is just a guy that gets over. He's gotten over so many times in his career now, I mean, I've lost count. He got derailed a few times along the way through injury or not so great booking. But I mean, he just gets over. He changes his character, he gets over. So will he dethrone Reigns? I'd say unlikely. We've seen this before and we'll probably see it again. But I don't think he's going to be the guy to take down Reigns right now. Next up at number 4, we've got Bray Wyatt. Now, Bray's made his return earlier this year, and obviously, as always, he's coming out there with really strong promo work. The company's obviously putting a lot of time on Bray right now, and it's a big investment for them. And I don't think any of us can honestly see where this gimmick is going right now, but if we're being fair, none of us could see where the Firefly Funhouse was going, and that ended up with The Fiend, which we have to admit was pretty damn cool. The question is, do they have time between now and WrestleMania to flesh out this new Uncle Howdy character, or whatever it is that Bray is going to be doing, to work him into a match with Roman at WrestleMania and really go through the motions that they need to get there? I'm saying probably not. I'm thinking that Bray's probably going to have 1 or 2 feuds before he's in that title picture, and so that rules him out for me. Next up at number 3, we have The Rock. Now, we've all heard the rumours that The Rock's going to be the one to face Roman at WrestleMania, and how true that is, I do not know. I don't think anybody does. But let's look at it this way. The Rock has a massive career in Hollywood. And while The Rock does tie nicely into the bloodline story, I personally can't see what putting the titles on The Rock would do for the company going forward, as he's probably going to just walk back off into the sunset again, back to Hollywood. So while it could be a great match, while it could be a great spectacle, I wouldn't really want to see this, and I don't think that's what's going to happen. At number 2 now, we have Sami Zayn or Sammy Uso, aka the Honorary Uso, aka Usi in the sky with diamonds. I mean, I'm with Jay on this one. I just do not know what's going on with Sammy's hair. It's terrible. But, I mean, it's a heel haircut, I guess. And while we're speaking about haircuts, let's just give Jay his due for making the mullet the coolest thing going. Who saw that coming? Now, while I didn't really see why Sammy was being paired up with the bloodline initially, it would be hard to argue now that everything he's touching is not gold. The way he interacts with the other members of the bloodline really brings out his character and their characters too, which is great. And we're starting to see what was initially a heel faction kinda turn towards being baby faces, but the right kind of baby faces, the baby faces that are badass heels that get over naturally. But while Sammy is doing some great work, I can't help but feel that there is no way they're going to put the titles on Sammy with that haircut. I mean, he just does not look like the guy. Look at Roman, look at Sammy. I mean, that says it all for me. Which brings me finally to my number one pick, Cody Rhodes. Cody made his return at last WrestleMania and had an instant classic with Rollins, which is to be expected, because obviously if you're gonna have a classic with anybody, it's gonna be Rollins. But to me, what really set Cody apart was the promo that he delivered the next night on Raw, really tapping into his family history and his dad's desire to win the belt, which he never managed to do. And that being the driving force for Cody to go through hell and high water to make that dream come true for his dad. After that, another great match with Rollins in which Cody picks up the win again, which again can never be a bad thing. If you're going over on Seth Rollins 2 times in a row, I mean, that's the company seal of approval right there. And then the thing that made him really win our hearts, that injury. Cody picks up a really terrible looking pec tear in the gym, it seems, right before his match with Rollins for the 3rd time, and then miraculously comes out and does the match anyway. It looked terrific, but that's the kind of thing that really wins over a wrestler in our hearts. The fact that they're going to go through anything to entertain you. Obviously, Cody's been on the shelf for quite a while now, so he's probably on the way to recovery, which means I'm thinking we're going to be seeing him again pretty soon, most likely at the Royal Rumble. And if he wins the Rumble, well, it's all set in stone for a match for him and Roman at WrestleMania. I mean, he's not going to pass up that opportunity if he gets it. So, with all that said, my pick is Cody Rhodes. But that's just what I think. What do you guys think? If you're out there listening to this, watching this video, let me know what you think in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. But if you didn't like it, you better learn to love it, because it's the best thing going today.